Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Keller Williams Realty Technologies presentation. It is January 13th, Friday the 13th, 2017, and it is our KW Technology Community weekly webinar. We're so excited to have you all with us today. I hope you're just as excited as we are. As always, we'd like to share with you what we're doing, and we would love to know what it is we can do for you. So let's get started. Here's what is on our agenda. We're going to talk about the KW technology updates as well as a KW road technology roadmap. I have some great community updates to share with you. If you're not a part of our program advisory group on our Google Plus page, please do that. I'm going to send you all a link to that when we get to that place. Let me know now if you are not a part of that. I'd like to know who currently is on the call that is not a part of the program advisory group. This is definitely a group you want to be a part of. If you like the information that comes through the KW webinars, you will be amazed at what comes through the program advisory group. And those of you that are on the call, I know some of you are very active in the program advisory group. Let us know what it is that you are getting from it. And thank you, Tiffany, for letting me know you're not a part of it. We will be sure you are included. All right, let's get started. Here is the KW Technology updates and the roadmap. All right, KWLS. You all haven't heard a lot of stuff about KWLS, but we have a new product manager running KWLS, and he's doing an awesome job and has provided us with some great information here. The KWLS is now syndicating high-resolution photos. It was having a little trouble with those before, but now that is not a problem. Offices can now opt in to have their MLS-provided listings receive the KW treatment on Zillow. We're going to discuss how to do this on another slide, but we definitely want all of our offices to opt into this because it will make sure that you get the Zillow treatment regardless of what listing makes it first, whether it's the MLS listing or the KWLS listing. Those of us in markets whose MLSs do not syndicate to Zillow don't need to worry about this, but most of you still do. And letting you know, we are at a 97 success rate for the feed for the last 60 days. That means that only 3% of listings did not make it through the feed for various reasons. And we're going to talk about what some of those reasons can be. In fact, these are most of the reasons a listing does not make it through syndication, because we are at a 97% success rate, which means we have all the systems in place to make sure that that does happen. However, there are a few things that you can do to keep that from happening. All right, the very first thing is I want you all to check your ListHub exceptions report. This is vital to your office and to your agents because they may be having listings not make it through the feed because of a very simple reason. It could be that their MLS ID is incorrect in their profile on the white pages. It could be something as simple as an uppercase letter versus a lowercase letter. It could be that the item is missing altogether, or there is something wrong with the listing. All of these will be explained in the ListHub exceptions report. Your MCA or tech coordinator can check the ListHub exceptions report daily. I have just now shared with the entire audience through the GoToWebinar module a link to a document that will walk you through how to get to your ListHub exceptions report. So please be sure that that is done. The next thing we want you to do is, or next thing I want you to know is that Green Sheets now mark listings as sold. So your Green Sheet will take care of the process of marking the listing for you as sold. Now, here's something that's important to remember. Once a listing is no longer active in the MLS, when the listing is no longer active in the MLS, in other words, when it has another status, the status and the expiration date need to be manually managed in the MLS. So here's what happens. When you have a listing and you have your ListHub box checked, that means that the expiration date is always going to change 13 days out from the moment the listing is put into the KWLS. The reason that happens is every time the KWLS sees an active listing, it is going to pull the listing. Anytime it sees anything else, it will stop pulling the listing, think of a trap door being shut. That trap door being shut will no longer allow the feed to come through. Then the timer goes off. So it goes from 13 days to 12, 11, 10, and so forth. So when it goes down to 1 day, the listing will expire. And a lot of agents become confused because their listings have sold. Maybe they've gone back on the market and now they're showing as expired. Again, your ListHub exceptions report will explain all of this. Let me know if you have any questions on that. All right, here's what's coming with the KWLS. GPS agents are going to be able to manually select which listings that they have go into the ListHub Global database, which is really great for our GPS agents. That's another great value for those agents of GPS. Canadian listings will be syndicated with prices in Canadian currency, so that's something that we have to be aware of. And for those of you Canadian ambassadors on the call, please know that we are working on that. And we will be integrating with Upstream as soon as it's live at the end of Q1. I have talked to the Upstream product managers and program managers. They have promised to come talk to you all when they have some more information to share, so we're super excited about that. Trina asked a great question. What is a GPS agent? Great question. That's global property specialist is what GPS is, and that is a designation that you have here at Keller Williams. Another great opportunity, sort of like you would if you were a commercial agent or a luxury agent. You have all of these great resources, and we'll share GPS page with you after today's call, Trina. All right, any questions regarding what we're talking about with KWLS? And Brett, thank you for the information. We're going to look into that because I am mentioning that here in just a moment. All right, we do want you all to become a part of the Keller Williams Listing Systems Product Advisory Group. So what I'm going to ask right now, if you all could, we're going to ask that you if you would like to be a part of the KWLS advisory group, and I know many of you are passionate about the KWLS, what it can be, things that it's doing now, all of those you can have a say-so in. You want to be a part of the solution. And one way to do that is to become part of the KWLS Product Advisory Group. If you would like to become a part of that group, send me your email address now. You could also send me an email through ambassadors@kw.com, and I will make sure that the product manager gets that. There's another option for you all, those of you that are currently wanting to be more of a part of the solution through our product advisory groups. We have a way of you getting into our product advisory groups. And we're going to send you that link here. Well, actually, let's do this. I can pull this up right now while I'm here. And I'm going to share my screen with you. So you should see my screen here in just a moment. What you can do is you can hover over the technology link and drop down to product advisory groups. And once you're in here, you can find out a lot about all of the different product advisory groups that we have. Now, when you do sign up for the product advisory group, you're going to apply here. You're going to fill out what seems to be a bit of a survey. There are quite a few questions on there, and we do want to make sure you answer those questions and answer them as thoroughly as you can, because this is going to help the product team members determine which product group you would fit best in. All right, and I'm seeing a lot of emails sent here, and I thank you all for that. Keep them coming. Our product manager will be super excited that you all are interested in joining this group. So you just keep those emails coming just like that, and I will be sure they get them. All right, awesome. Okay, at Family Reunion, I'm going to repeat this for you guys because some of you were not available last week to catch this. So at Family Reunion in 2016, we debuted our exclusive listing treatment with Zillow, and hopefully you guys all know how it works. The ListHub's KW connector picks up a listing from the MLS and sends it to the KWLS, who then sends it to Zillow, who will apply the treatment, and that's the treatment that you all see on the screen there. And this works great except for those areas where an MLS also syndicates to Zillow. And in those areas, the listings get the Zillow's standard treatment until the KWLS feed gets to Zillow and our treatment is applied. Now, we've made great progress in speeding up the KWLS processing time. We're working on new ways to make it faster, and of course, you guys can be a part of that. But nothing will ever be as fast as a direct feed from the MLS. So to bridge that gap between when a listing appears on Zillow and when the KW treatment is applied, we've partnered with Zillow to create a KW account feed. And this is a way for Zillow to identify the KW listings that are coming from the MLS. And then we can immediately apply our treatment until the KWLS arrives and takes over. Now, just to make sure you all are clear, this is not a replacement for the KW connector. It's just a way to bridge the gap and make sure our agents' listings get the correct treatment as soon as possible. And this is a really big win for agents in areas where their MLS syndicates to Zillow. Here in Austin, we just simply don't, so it makes things a little bit easier for us. Now, if you would like to opt in on this, we'd like very much for you to, I'm going to back that up, is to email fasterisbetter@zillow.com. I have that showing on the bottom of the screen. And let them know that you would like to participate in the KW account feed. We do want to make sure you all understand that it is free. All right. Any questions on that? The email, who does that email need to come from? I would say the broker would probably be the best one that email comes from. That would make sense. It's a great question, Sean, and we will. I know for a fact your broker can, but we will see if they will accept a mail from anybody else. All right, let's continue on with our updates. We have an eEdge update. We want you all to know that the contacts on campaigns are now 5,000 per month, so you can send to 5,000 recipients. And in interval campaigns, your 8x8s and those that are sent out in intervals will be marked completed by the system. So what that means is they're going to stay active. So when you have an 8x8, for example, sent out and the 8th touch has ended for that particular client, that 8x8 became inactive. Now it stays active, so the agent can add more contacts without having to set up the campaign again, without having to reactivate it again. So this is a real great time saver for you all. All right, any questions on eEdge updates? And I do see you guys are coming back with some Zillow and the questions regarding the MLS. We'll come back to those in just a moment, so keep those questions coming. We will answer what we can. And Kyle is right. There is an option to put next in the campaign once it finishes, which is awesome, Kyle, because then when a client finishes the 8x8, they can immediately be put on a 33 touch if we have not convinced them at that particular moment that it is time for them to buy or sell. One thing to remember, though, even when you do that 8x8 campaign still became inactive, and you would still have to reactivate it in order to get that going. All right, thank you for that, Kyle. That's good information as well. All right, push notifications. We talked about this last week. They are ready in your KW mobile search app. So when a client finds and saves a property, or even I'll show you that here in a moment, when they find a property that they want more information on and they save that property, they have a choice to have push notifications or an email sent directly to them. So it's really a great option. If the visitor in your another thing is once they have found that property and the push notifications, they can contact you immediately through those notifications. So as soon as the notification comes out, they will receive the option to email you directly right out of your app or contact you directly right out of your app. Now, if a visitor is new to your database, you'll get an email from eEdge. You'll also get an email from Wolfnet IDX letting you know that a new person has been added. As well, you'll get an email from Smarter Agent if the visitor calls and hangs up, or if you don't answer in your machine, or your answering machine answers, or your voicemail picks up, I should say, answering machine. Where am I in the 90s? Your voicemail picks up and they hang up and you don't get that message, you're going to get an email from Smarter Agent letting you know that the person did initiate a call. I think that is so cool. Such a great feature. Now, if a visitor saves an entire search criteria, they also have the option to have that entire criteria sent to them. So no matter what they choose, they can have that criteria delivered to them in a notification, in a push notification, or in an email. How many of you are currently using push notifications? What has, or have you seen any success out of that? Working with buyers, we'd love to know your experience with the push notifications. Okay, right now we're seeking input for one of our family reunion breakout sections. Lock down your data, cybersecurity in an area of cybercrime. Ooh, that is some title. In this session, we're going to present simple steps that you can use today to protect your identity and spot online scams. And of course, most important, keep your information safe. So to ensure this session is as valuable as possible, we want to know what kinds of questions or concerns around cybersecurity that you're confronted with in your market center. So we already started this conversation in our program advisory group. We'd like to continue it here. If you all have any of those thoughts, please let us know. What are the tough questions that you have a hard time answering? That would be great, because then we can help you get those answered. We can help you with those struggles. You can help us to learn something. Yeah, so Mike says his is when you have a contract in your listing, please click the link below to download. And Mike, you know, you bring up a great point. Us as agents, we're moving so fast and we're always excited when we get that contract. So it's really not unusual for someone to send us an email or a text with a link to the documents or to the contract. It's really not unusual. However, we have to be very diligent in how we respond, like looking at the sender. Are we even doing business with that sender? Looking at the names on the contract. Typically, if there's not a name or anything, it just says contract to sign. We don't do that as agents. We are in a hurry, but we typically don't. So there might be something that we can all we think of as industry experts and what we would see as common and things that are not common. Kaspersky is a Russian company. Should I stop using it? Okay, good question. I like that, Shauna. And I don't know if you're asking me that question because I don't have the answer to that, but that's a great question to forward to the trainer or to the instructor. And Mike says I would always check and confirm the agent-business relationship first, and I think that's awesome, and that's again something that we definitely want to mention when you're receiving these emails. You need to be diligent about who you're getting them from. Another one, Sean saying, what is the best antivirus spam program to use? Great question. Another thing I would add to that, Sean, is what is the best free? And is it worth it to go free, right? We all know that free is at a cost. There is a lot of free antivirus programs out there, but how well do they work and how vulnerable do they make you? Good stuff. Kevin says, no free antivirus, please. I guess, Kevin, you were dealing with a lot of free antivirus software loads on personal computers. Is that right? Free antivirus, not good. Yeah, that's something good, Brenda. We can add to that. All right, let's look at the product roadmap. So we have the KW website. We talked about some of the changes there, the remodel of the navigation bar. The Facebook pixels is another one that is new for KW websites. We have KW Mobile, all status search and push notifications are live now. Wanted to tell you a little bit about our learning management system and performance support. We have identified our performance support vendor, and we're super excited about working with them. Our product teams are working on integrating that in our new agent platform as they are the learning management system. So just to make sure that you all are clear, performance support is a really great feature in a product. So let's say in our new agent platform, if you would like to learn how to add a contact, performance support would walk you through that process. And the name actually of the group that we chose is WalkMe. So it will walk you through the process, saving you a lot of time, energy, and of course saving our support team a lot of time and energy, saving you all as tech coordinators, tech ambassadors, trainers a lot of time in helping people with the most basic things. And that's what the performance support tool will do for you. All right, we have let me go on to the, KW Connect Ambassador Group. So we did have a great meeting last week with our team member, Kit Edwards, and we're going to tell you a little bit about what's happening with the KW Ambassador Group. But just so that you know, we have the KW Connect community feature is going to be released for a very limited group, and we will be one of the first groups to test out that community. We have mentioned the KW Marketplace. We have a lot more details to come about the KW Marketplace. And Mike is asking, hey, what happened to the CRM on the roadmap? That's such a great question, Mike. In actuality, it is called the Agent Platform, and we have a user testing happening with that. Right now, you all will hear us refer to the CRM as the Agent Platform. If you hear me ever use the word CRM, please let me know, and I owe $1 to KW Care, so we have to take that out of our language entirely. All right, and then of course we have those new KWLS updates, the GPS Agent Syndicate, Canadian currency, and then upstream migration. Stuart said he heard me say CRM about 3 times. That's why I was saying you don't say the word CRM. Doesn't count. I like it, Stuart. That's awesome. I'll give him $5. All right, let's move on with our community updates. So just so that you all know, our current program advisory group, our PAG, a PAG is actually a product advisory group. We're a program advisory group. This has been a great way for us to collaborate in 2016, and it went from being a small test platform for our future community in KW Connect to a place where the tech community goes to get questions answered. They find support for fellow ambassadors and have a place where you all have been collaborating. I'm just loving the support that has been coming through this site. And we're going to continue to post information, surveys, ideas, more details on the KW Tech community. As you saw, Brenda has posted a couple of discussions on there. One was the cybersecurity, so keep that coming. We want you all to join our program advisory group if you have not done so, and I had a couple of you say that you would like to be a part of it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm sending the product advisory group link to everybody. You must be logged in with your using your KW Google account in order to access this page. This is a closed group, and a very closed group, so we only want KW associates on there, so you have to be logged in with your KW Google account. Now, last week, KWRI's Kit Edwards spoke about the future of the KW technology community on Connect, And the features will be implemented in a very limited release, or I should say were released on the 6th. The Tech Ambassador Groups is going to be the first Connect community available. We're targeting mid to late January for this to be live, and we're going to have a lot more detailed communications with you all. We're going to share that with you via email and, of course, in the KW community in the next few weeks. And Carmen's asking, is there a meeting at or event at Family Reunion? And absolutely, the answer is yes. We're going to discuss that here in just a moment, Carmen. Thank you. Not preparing yet. All right. So in order to have a single system of record for our ambassadors and our MC techs, we're asking for all the tech community to work with their MC Market Center leadership and have them add you to the KW white pages and designate you as an ambassador. So even if you're a Market Center tech, an MC tech, then if you would please mark yourself as an ambassador as well, even if you have another ambassador in your office. That way you are continuing to receive all of the information needed. Starting on December 15th, we only use this as our system of record. So if you're not receiving emails, it's most likely because you have not labeled yourself or had yourself labeled in the white pages. And this is a quick 6-step process on how to do that. So I'm going to share that with you all as well in case you don't have these instructions. All right, if you are trying to download slides, you can get them from our training slide library. And of course, you have to log into Google with your KW account. If you missed the webinar and you need a replay, we have that available on the Technology Trainers YouTube account. We also, you can find all KW Technology training videos on Connect. And in order to join our program advisory group, we need you to use your @kw.com Google account. Now, we have links to all of these currently on the program advisory group. If you do need these links, please let me know or join our program advisory group. I had posted those just recently, and we'll make sure that we share those with everyone later on. And you do have access to these slides after today's presentation, so you can gain those links there as well. All right, let's talk about some upcoming events. It's trending. Now, we've changed the way we deliver our KW weekly technology training. Instead of a 30-minute live webinar every Monday, we're publishing a super short, focused video with an action plan for the week. This week's It's Trending is all about the KW mobile apps push notifications. So your clients already have the real estate industry's best branded property search app. So now you can increase the usage and the client engagement as push notifications keep those consumers coming back to learn more. And we are going to have a short video that demonstrates how push notifications work, as well as a quick 15-minute webinar on Wednesday, the 18th at 1 o'clock. And this is going to show you how to communicate to your entire database with a message that your mobile search app just got better. So let me ask you all this: who is currently marketed to? Oh, well, let me back that up. How many of you all have been watching the KW Connect It's Trending videos, and are those providing you all any value at all? It's really important that we know that these are providing some sort of value on Connect, so that you all can take advantage of the materials and the information that we're providing. All right, next I have Brenda here to talk to us about the Family Reunion 2017 Tech Ambassador Session. Welcome, Brenda.
Thanks, Kevin. Hi, everybody, and happy Friday. So on Wednesday the 15th at 5 p.m., which is the last slot for breakout sessions at Family Reunion, This is the annual gathering of ambassadors and MC techs at Family Reunion. This year, as you can see, we've got 4 presenters. You're going to be hearing from our IT leadership, as well as Nicole Joyce, who has been one of several ambassadors partnering with us very closely lately. We, as I've alluded to before, are going to be talking about the evolution of the Technology Ambassador Program, and there certainly is an evolution coming this year, and I think you're all going to be pretty pleased about the direction it's taking. It means more opportunities for you, absolutely. To make sure that we have the best value out of this session for you, you can give me your answer here through the webinar too, and I'm also going to post in the Google community, the Tech Ambassador Program Advisory Group. We want to know, what takeaways do you want from the session? Maybe that's a roadmap. Wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the things you're all looking for, or scripts to talk about technology in your market center. But let us know what tangible takeaways. You will hear a lot of future direction and then what we're doing immediately to get there, and we want to make sure that you walk away with something you can take right back, so when you're finished with Family Reunion, you can hit the ground running in the new direction and you've got the information and the tools that you need. And yes, the question is, there going to be recording available for those who can't make it? We'll see if we can get an audio of the session. That may not be the best way to listen to it, but we will be making the slides available, and then what we always do on the first Friday after Family Reunion is this webinar will be dedicated to recapping what was talked about there, and there will be several webinars following Family Reunion where we dive deeper into what we covered. So I see comments coming through, so thank you for those. And again, if you don't think of anything right now and you think of something later, you have a chance to let us know in the Google community. So thank you, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you all. It's not long.
Yeah, I know you all will be excited. Thank you, Brenda. All right, and we'll just take those comments as they come. Okay. First of all, can anybody tell me what frigidriscidicophobia is? Anybody tell me what frigidriscidicophobia is? Without looking it up. I know you guys are going to have a heck of a time typing that in. All right. So Valerie and Mike, tell me what is what makes you say that. Tell me what the word frig means. F-R-I-G-G. F-R-I-G-G means what? Because that will then help you. Boat. No. No, Sean, it is not a boat. Valerie says, I don't remember where I heard the name, but it stuck. That's awesome. So the name Frigg is actually, it's Nordic for the word Friday. Triskaidek is 13. Very good, Mike. Awesome. And of course, a phobia is a fear of something. So, frigidriscidicophobia. Very good. I like you guys. You are so smart. Hey, how's that for a Friday the 13th trivia? Did you all like that one? All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording for those of you that are listening to the recording. Thank you for being here.